So let's consider buying a car for $24,000, and the car company is offering a 6% interest rate for 60 months. That's a 5-year loan, 5 times 12 is 60. And so we're going to borrow, let's borrow the whole amount. It says, what will your monthly payments be? So this is something we've done before using the TVM solver. So let's use the solver. And it was N is 60, it's 60 months, or 5 times 12 if you want to enter that, but just 60 months. The interest rate is, I believe it was 6%. We'll double check that real quick. It is 6%. The present value was $24,000 if we borrow the whole value of the vehicle. The payment is unknown. We can even put a question mark there. It doesn't matter what's in there. We're going to solve for that. The future value is definitely going to be 0. We want to pay off the loan. That's what we want it to be. In 60 months, we want the future value to be 0. Payments per year will be 12 because these are monthly payments they've asked for. So let's look up the payments, and we click on solve for the payment right there, and it's $463.99. So try and remember that, $463.99. So that is our payment, $463.99. Now the next question asked us to calculate the amount of interest on the original loan amount for just the first month. So typically when you borrow money, you have a full period before you have to pay anything. So the first month, during the first period of time, you don't pay anything, and then they calculate the interest that was accrued in that 1 month period. So after 1 month, for just 1 month, the original loan amount was $24,000. So we owed the formula for finding the interest on a given amount is principal times rate times time. And so the interest, which is what we're trying to find, on an original loan of $24,000 at an interest rate of 6%, which is, we'll write this. This is not the TVM solver, so we'll write that as 6% as a decimal. And now the time is the interesting one now, because this is 1 month and is only 1/12 of a year. So remember the 6%, this is 6% APR, that's the interest rate. And that is assumed to be annually, okay? Annual percentage rate. So 1 month is only 1/12 of a year. So if we go ahead and calculate that, 24,000 times 0.06 times 1/12, that's actually, we could calculate that mentally, but let's go to the calculator. That was $24,000 at 6%, 0.06 for 1/12 of a year. So I can just put that in as 1 divided by 12. This is a scientific calculator, so that order is going to, and so it's $120 in interest. That is interest alone in, remember, 1/12 of a year. That's our period, is 1/12 of a year. That's how much time we have. So that value, $120, is the amount of interest we'll end up paying. $120 in interest. Now, remember, you pay the loan company $463.99. And then they take out, right off the top, they take off $120 and say, this is interest. This doesn't go all to the principal. So your monthly payment has to cover the interest. That's the first thing it does. It has to cover the $120 first. And then, how much is the payment left to go toward paying off the loan after the interest is taken out? So you have you've just given them $463.99, and they say, hey, for the privilege of borrowing that money from us, that's going to cost you $120 in the very first month. And so you can do that subtraction and see what is left over to go towards the payment. You owe $24,000. How much really will be going towards that? Not all of that, because the first $120 goes to interest. So it looks like you have $343.99 left over after you pay off the interest, that's the amount that will go to the principal of the loan. So the $24,000, you get to only subtract $343.99 from that to find your new principal for the next month. I hope that you understand this idea. Just think of it as when you put in a $463.99 payment, if that's your payment, the loan company does, the first thing it does is it takes out the interest. And in this first month, it was $120. And so step 2 is what's left over after that, the $343.99. That's what's left to go towards the principal. So you basically lost $120 in the first month. It didn't help you pay off the loan. It just is the cost of doing business with a loan company. I hope that is helpful.